Hey everybody. So I just want to show you really quickly how to use the loops on a Mac for free with GarageBand. So first you want to get into Basecamp, and when you're all logged into Basecamp you'll see your projects. Your screen won't look exactly like mine because this is everything I have up there, but everybody should at least have access to Skokiana. So I'm going to use Skokiana as the example. So you get into Basecamp and you find Skokiana and you just click on it and it should open. There you go. And then you scroll down, and then here where the files are, you need to click on this one where it says the more files. So you click on that and it shows you all the files that have been uploaded for Skokiana. So once you're there, you're going to go ahead and just go over here and you're going to download all these audio loops. So just recently I added slower loops along with the fast loops. And if you look down here at the bottom where my mouse is moving back and forth, when I hover over one of these, you can see at the bottom there it shows the full name of the file. And so the fast files have that 110 BPM at the very end, and the slower files are the 90 BPM, like it shows there. So I'm going to go ahead and just download the 90 BPM files. Just click download. Just keep on downloading them like that. And I've downloaded them all already, so I'm going to move past this part. But once you get them all downloaded, they'll be in wherever your download folder is. So we're just going to assume that that's all downloaded. Let me close that here. And then you go into your applications folder. And then you're going to open up GarageBand. And now once GarageBand is open, go to New Project. And this is important. Make sure it's on voice. Don't go to loops even though you're working with loops. The voice one, all that does is it lets you use regular audio files and not like different kinds of weird files. So make sure voice is selected and then choose it. And now this part, so those files that we downloaded, you can see them right here. So you need to look at the end of the file name. It says 44 and then 90 BPM. So you want to have this match your file name. So this time signature should be at 44, and right here I'm going to type in 90. And what that does is that's going to make it so when you set your loops later, everything will already be lined up for the right tempo. So just make sure that equals that, 44, 90 BPM. The key signature doesn't matter. You can say anything, it doesn't matter. You create it. And now it's created, and then all you do is you go over to those downloads. You can grab them all, just select them all, and drag them in. And GarageBand is just importing them all right now. And if you just drag them all like that, they just line up automatically by themselves. All right, so they're all in there now. So in GarageBand, I'm not going to get into this too much, But if you go down here, you can slide this over and you can kind of see your whole tracks. Right now, since it's loading in these wave files, you don't see them all yet. But if you waited, you know, they'll show up. Um, but it's all there, it's all lined up. So you can go up here to this ruler looking thing and click in there, and that'll move your playhead. And then when you hit the space bar, it'll play. Now I have my mic muted right now so that it doesn't feedback. So I'm going to unmute it because I'm not sure if you can hear this right now. I can't. So let me unmute here. Okay. All right. So I muted it again so I don't get this feedback while I'm talking, but let me just talk you through a couple of things. In GarageBand, over here, this little headphone looking icon, that's a solo button. So if while you're playing any of these tracks, if you want to solo, if you want to only hear that track, you click that button. See? You can have more than one track soloed at the same time. That's playing all of them. Then sort of the opposite thing is this mute button. This will mute out individual tracks. Right? So you can be like playing, if you're the baritone player, you can be playing baritone and mute out everything, except maybe you decide to keep the hosho, so you'd have the baritone and the hosho going. And again, I don't know how weird it sounds right now with that feedback thing, but anyway. So yeah, that should get you started. Oh yeah, there's one other thing. So let me unmute everything here. So to actually set a loop, all you do is you go down here, this little loop icon. They call it cycle region, but anyway, it's a loop. So you just click on that, and you see how this little yellow thing showed up here? Unclick it, it's gone. You click it, it's there. That little yellow thing, you can move that around, right? And so you can move it around, and if you put it there and you make sure that your little play thing is within that yellow loop, it'll only play that one loop area. So there you go. That's basically how to use GarageBand.